Hey everybody, today I'd like to review Friday the 13th, a 1980 film directed by Sean S. Cunningham and the first film in the Friday the 13th franchise. It's 98 minutes long and features actors such as Betsy Palmer, Adrienne King, Harry Crosby, and even the young Kevin Bacon. My copy is actually part of the Friday the 13th 4-movie collection, which includes the first 4 films in the series, and you also get a good deal of special features, which are in the red boxes. Friday the 13th is just considered one of those high-earning horror franchises, up there with Scream, Halloween, and Nightmare on Elm Street. It's going to be kind of hard doing a review on this film, seeing as basically everyone knows what it's about. Especially since I tend to do non-spoiler reviews, so I'm even just going to get into the basics. So anyway, please bear with me. Basically, the film starts off with a bang, and you later find out that all these camp counselors are traveling to Camp Crystal Lake in order to help in the process of renovating. Perhaps one of the most interesting characters you are introduced to earlier on is a guy by the name of Crazy Ralph, who basically goes around to the main characters traveling to Crystal Lake, and he's speaking of how they're doomed and they shouldn't go there, the camp is cursed. Obviously, most of the characters dismiss him as crazy, but it turns out Ralph may be more in line with the truth than they think. Because it turns out there's a dangerous killer who you don't really get to see the face of, but he's roaming around picking the campers off one by one. Gruesome murders and great use of suspense. Sean Cunningham did a great job with that. I'd like to say there's a lot of paranoia in this film, a lot of psychological concepts going on as the characters realize they're being followed by this killer, but I cannot really say that, seeing as by the time most of the characters figure out there is someone stalking them, they're already dead. And none of the main characters really truly leave a mark on you. I think that's one thing that Sean Cunningham did a wondrous job with. He doesn't really delve into the main characters' backgrounds. He makes you feel disconnected, strangely disconnected from the main character, even to the point where they die. I mean, countless people are killed in this film, yet you never feel a twinge of remorse. You never have feelings for that character. It almost translates to the macabre feeling a killer must feel. The ruthlessness, the nonchalant. But what am I rambling on for? That's probably just a general characteristic of the slasher genre. One of the things that I really enjoyed and was kind of surprised with was the Friday the 13th logo, which I'd never noticed it previously when viewing it on, say, television, but it's just these big bold letters, Friday the 13th, coming toward the screen and then shattering glass. I love it. First of all, I'd like to just get out there. I'd have to give Friday the 13th a solid 5 out of 5. It's just a great overall, all-around slasher film. And no, this is obviously not the end of this review. If you're a viewer who's been watching my videos, you probably know that I usually give the score at the end of the review, but that's not the case here because this is a spoiler warning. Yes, I know most of my reviews are non-spoiler reviews, but this is the exception. If you would not want to have the movie ruined for you, please end the video right here. Before you leave, please know, Friday the 13th is a great film. If you've not seen it yet, please check it out. I beg you. Okay, now that I got that taken care of, those of you who are still watching probably saw the movie before and don't care about spoilers, so let's get right into this, shall we? Okay, I gotta get it out there. This having been the first time I'd ever seen the end of Friday the 13th, I gotta tell ya, I was kind of disappointed that the killer wasn't Jason. I mean, come on, you think of the Friday the 13th franchise, you think of Jason. They're synonymous. Not in this case. Then again, I guess I should have expected it. After all, they do mention it at the beginning of the first Scream film. Check out my Scream reviews if you've not done so. Yep, the killer was none other than Jason Voorhees' mom, Mrs. Voorhees. Yes, the final fight between the last remaining counselor, I believe her name was Alice, and Mrs. Voorhees, the last remaining fight between them is suspenseful, it is action-packed. In my opinion, a little too drawn out. But heck, when Mrs. Voorhees is decapitated by Alice with a machete, and it's that slow-mo scene with the blood shooting out, her severed arteries, that's totally worth it. And you know that scene towards the end, the one where Jason shoots out of the lake's depths and knocks Alice out of her canoe, That scared the crap out of me. You're supposed to believe that Jason went to the camp as a little kid and he didn't know how to swim, but regardless, he swam out to the middle of the lake where he commenced drowning, and the counselors were preoccupied so they didn't see him drowning, and that's why Mrs. Voorhees has a hatred with the counselors. That's why she was on this killing spree. Okay, realistic and believable in its own macabre way. But then when Jason shoots out of the depths of the lake and knocks Alice out of her canoe, a tad on the unrealistic side, but hey, that's where the entertainment is. I like the tone at the end of the film, the tone of it not being over, the tone of it not being complete, opening it up, a perfect opening for a sequel, which, as you know, will be Friday the 13th Part 2, and just, Jason is still in the lake, somehow surviving. Great film, top marks to it. Again, I gave it a 5 out of 5, solid film here. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed what you're seeing. As always, and join me next time as I review Friday the 13th Part 2. Catch you later, guys.